Hello, welcome back. My name is Dr. Giuseppe Paladini. Today we're going to talk about the 1% rule. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let me talk you through this one now. The perfect time doesn't exist. Exactly. Now, the 1% rule actually applies to these sentences I just said. The perfect time doesn't exist. What do I mean by that? Well, first of all, if you wait to get all your ducks in a row, and we talked about this before, then you might wait forever. Now, the 1% rule, it's actually a productivity tool that can help you to overcome that waiting for the perfect time. Now, what is the 1%? Now, the 1% is a rule where you can actually implement very, very easily, because it's not a big mountain to climb, but it's just a 1% of the mountain. Now, let me explain this further. If you have a task that you need to do, and you just do 1% a day of that task, you end up doing the actual task. You end up completing the task rather than putting aside and wait and procrastinate. Now, the 1% means that, for example, in 24 hours, the 1% of 24 hours is about 15 minutes. Now, 15 minutes is not a lot, so if you dedicate 15 minutes of your time every single day to one particular task, let's say you want to learn a new language, you want to learn about properties, you want to learn about business or whatever, you're developing that skill 1% a day, and at the end of the year, you got 365% more than you would have done in the first place. Get it? So let me repeat this again. 365% more, it means 3.65 times what you would have done if you didn't apply the 1% rule. Are you with me so far? Now, implementing the 1% rule is quite simple. You need to break it down. Now, as I said already, 24 hours, the 1% is about 15 minutes, which is not a lot. And I get asked this question all the time. Giuseppe, I don't have time to learn about properties. I'm very busy. I have, full-time job or a full-time business that is running me rather than me running the business. How much do I need to dedicate to learning about properties if we work together? Well, 15 minutes a day, that's all I need. It's not a lot. I'm sure 100% you spend more than 15 minutes just by scrolling, on your mobile, looking at Instagram, TikTok, and whatever. So if you focus on that particular task, then you can learn much faster than you would have if you didn't do it. There are two elements of the 1% rule. Now, the 1% rule, the first one is the actual action, so take action, okay, so implementing it. And the second one is consistency. I'll give you an example. If you want to get fit and you go to the gym one day and then you don't go for 3 months, do you think you're going to get a result? The answer is no, obviously. So if you do this consistently, 15 minutes a day, half an hour a day, 1 hour a day, whatever you feel more comfortable with, then you will see the results later down the line, because you have a compounding effect as well. Now let's break it down even further. The 1%, I say it is 15 minutes a day, right? But the good thing about this is, once you get into the space, into the emotional state of doing that task, you will feel more inspired because you're focused, and most likely you will do more than 15 minutes, which means you're increasing the percentage of action across the year. So rather than 365% more, you're going to do way more than that. Not only that, on top of this, you will need to add the compounding effect. Because it's not just 1% a day, it's 1% and the next day is 1% on top of the 1% you already did. So it's going to be compounded. So the percentage is actually thousands percent, okay? It's not just 365%. Now, you might not believe this right now, but we've seen this happening over and over again with my students. And because they implement the 1% and they get the results they want, okay? Also, if I tell you to write a book, let's say a 360 pages book, and I tell you need to write this one, you probably feel like, oh my goodness, I don't even know where to start, because you feel overwhelmed. There's a big chunk of pages that I need to write, and all these things that go into your mind to stop you from doing it. However, if I ask you, could you write half a page in the morning, half a page in the evening? Would you feel comfortable with this? Then you might say yes, and that is 1 page a day. 1 page a day over a year is 365 pages. You get what I'm saying here, okay? So you got a book after a year without that effort. And the good thing about this is that once you start half a page in the morning and half a page in the evening, probably you get inspired and you do more, like I said before. So you probably do 2, 3, 4 pages a day, which means you can, shrink the time and you can achieve what you want to achieve much faster. Now, I hope this 1% rule is going to be useful for your business. If you have any doubts, any questions, just comment below. I'll be happy to answer them personally. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. My name is Dr. Giuseppe Paladini, founder of Stepping Bricks. We have training as well to help people to overcome these procrastination issues, and I'll be happy to assist you and to help you in your property journey. Make sure you share this video, like it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.